Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As promised at the end of my last video, this is the rest of the manicure for the first time that I used an Efile. I'm using LDS You Go Girl, which is a beautiful hot pink sparkle, and also I'm using LDS Dreamer, which is version 2 of SC02, which is a beautiful white snowy glitter with little bits of mylar. I love the way this manicure turned out. So proud of it. I hope you enjoy watching. Thank you for watching. And now, one of the things you want to do with your powders is always make sure, especially with glitter, to stir it up, mix in that glitter and that powder so you get a nice, even application. If you haven't already, please click the like button below and subscribe. And I would love it if you would leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Give me some ideas of what you'd like to see in the future. Today I am using the GHS Dip base, which dries really fast. It does say it's fast drying, but it is super fast drying. In this next part, I'll be applying my 2 dip powders in an ombre. Going to use the hot pink glitter at the back of the nail and Dreamer, the white snowy part, at the front. I have just an old makeup brush that I'm using to apply the powder, and it does really well. So if you have any old makeup brushes you don't use, I highly suggest them for working with your nail powders instead of throwing them away. It was really cute and fun, and I like the way it turned out. Here I'm going back in with my second coat of base coat, and I've learned something since this video. You don't have to apply 2 coats of a dip color if you don't actually need them, and this sparkle was really covered well, but I had some problems where I didn't get the base coat on the edges to start with, and so I actually needed a second coat, but if I had done a better job of getting the nail covered the first time, I probably wouldn't have. So I would have just done 2 coats of clear on top. And now that I know that, that will save me a lot of thickness in the future. So there's a tip for you. So I did use my GH Dip Activator here, which actually was a step too soon, but I applied 2 coats of Activator, which is what I would normally do, but I had forgotten to clear cap at this point. So I did go back and clear cap and do all my, did my Activator again, and then did all my filing. But right now you're seeing me activate without my clear cap. After I've finished my activator, I leave it for 2 minutes to harden up, and then I use my Macart 100/100 grit banana shaped emery board, and I file the sidewalls and shape the nail, and also use that to pull my skin away from the sidewall if anything has gotten stuck, and get them all shaped up and ready and pretty for the Efile. And one of the things I did realize, like I said, is that I had forgot to clear cap. So at this point, I have gone back and clear capped and activated again, and it didn't mess up the manicure at all. So I'm really proud of LDS Dips for that. And I learned a valuable lesson. Finish up all the dip layers before I activate. This is my MelodySusie Scarlet Efile, and I'm going to be using it to finish up around the cuticles, the sidewalls, smooth off everything on my manicure before I start applying the top coat. When I'm all done e-filing, then I get my brush away all the dust, all the powder that's stuck on the fingernails. Make sure you get the underside and the top side, and activate again and wait 2 minutes. Then I take a lint-free cloth and wipe off the top so that the activator is not left to react to my top coat. I'm still going to take a paper towel and brush off the brush in between each application that touches my nail so that I don't harden my top coat, but you still want to wipe off the activator with a paper towel or a lint-free cloth so that it won't ruin your brush. When you're using a dip top coat, you want to finish up those nails and buff them just as smooth as you can get them. If you were using a gel top coat, you wouldn't have to do this. But to use a dip top coat, you want them smooth because it is not self-leveling, and you want to make sure that you got your nails just as smooth as possible. So use a buffer, buff them down before you activate. Now I'm going in with my GH Dip top coat. I'm going to do 2 top coats with this. And on the first one, it's just a quick top coat. Get it on there, fill in those imperfections. Try not to get it up against your cuticle because it will basically attach itself and it can get uncomfortable. Do cap the ends of your fingernails. Want to make sure that we seal all that in nice and tight, and then when I go to do my second coat, I'm going to take a little bit more time, make sure that it's nice and even. When I've finished my top coat, my second layer, I set my timer for 5 minutes and I wait for it to finish drying so nothing smudges. When I'm all done with the 5 minutes, I always finish with a cuticle oil. This is Natural Additions from Sally Beauty Supply. Cuticle oil is so important. You've removed with acetone, you've had all this dip powder and everything on your skin. So you want to finish up and really nourish those cuticles, nourish the sidewalls, the edges. Just take care of yourself. Thank you everybody for watching. Join me next time for my 4th of July manicure using iGel Beauty dip powders. Please remember to click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment down below if you'd like. This is all for you. See you soon.